and Delta's on.
Jackal flight, request start up a taxi.
Given.
Okay, welcome to DCS. I'm going to go for a quick flight today. This is a custom mission I've created. We're going to go for a low-level flying sortie around the Kutaisi Loop, which is the Caucasus maps in DCS. And we've got a pair of F-15E Strike Eagles from the 494th US Air Force, and they're going to take around, show the area, that kind of thing. So what's going on? Okay, so they're just getting started up now, and they won't be long. Let's see what's going on over there. And you might notice a few custom details on this mission. I've actually upgraded this airbase using the VPC airfield mod. And it is a custom mission. So it's a VFR flight. It's all low level. It's about 25 minutes long. And we'll have the head-up display on the left, MFD, and probably put the radar on the right. You can see on the moving map I've got the waypoints enabled, so we should get some good waypoints on the hood as we get moving. There you go, there's the first Eagle taxiing out. And we'll just wait for number 2 to get past, and then we'll follow out. Just to give you a look what's going on outside. Turn this display off. We're flying an FA-18C Hornet. This one has 11 squadron markings on it. Royal Air Force. It's actually a Typhoon squadron. And the Typhoon and the Strike Eagle hopefully will be coming later in 2020 for DCS, which is pretty exciting. So here we are taxiing out. And you may notice some modifications around. Anyway, back to the cockpit. So, like I say, it's a low-level sortie. We're going to follow these 2 Strike Eagles out. Transit north a little bit. And then we'll pretty much be low level all the route. We'll follow the river inland to the dam, and then we'll skim low level right across the flat plains down to the area called T-Bay. If anyone knows anything about the UK low level flying system, they might know what T-Bay is. That is, it's a town in Cumbria. near the Lake District. And there's a communications mast on a hill there. And jets in the low flying system will use that communications mast as a visual navigation aid when they're flying at low level. It's a good place to go and see low flying jets. New tower installed here to Senaki Kalki Air Base. One of the many upgrades I've done for this mission. So we're just taxiing right over to the far side of the base, which does give us a little chance to look at some of the new buildings I've put into the base. Some extra squadron buildings, extra hangars, stuff like that. As well as hosting 3 of the Eagle squadrons here, 492nd, the 493rd, and the 494th, the Panthers, who we're flying with today. Okay, so we're just at the end of 2-7. Just taxied down to the end here, and then we're in business. First jet there, just getting ready to blast off. And just getting ready at the bottom of the runway.
Wheels up.
And just getting confirmation now that the flight lead is wheels up. And we're ready to go. Okay, we're ready when you are. Get the engines revved up. Just have a look out this window here as we take off. Notice some of the extra buildings and hangars. Okay, we've got the wheels up. And we're flying very fast today. We'll go 580 knots. So it's not the most realistic of missions at the moment. Okay. So there's a couple of F-15s out there somewhere. There he is there, just climbing with a bit of burner. He's about 2 miles out. I've also got a nice low cloud base on this mission and a severe lack of sunlight. Typical grey, sort of shadowless British weather really. And there's the wingman there just to our 3 o'clock. And we're just getting formatted with flight lead. Overcooked it a bit on that takeoff, I think. Probably just bleed the speed off. And make the turn a little bit later so I can catch back up with formation. And looks like I've got a master caution light on there. Looks like I did make the seat safe, the ejection seat. I'll sort that out later. So I'm just looking to go with flight lead at the moment. See if I can catch him. There he is there. And there's the wingman. So we're just heading a bit north, a bit further up the coast. And there's a river here we're going to follow inland. It's going to take a right along to the dam. At the minute we're just a little bit 20 miles north of Senaki Air Base. Glitch there from the head tracking. And there's flight lead there. Like I say, this is a custom mission I've created in DCS. It's a low-level flying sortie. It's a nice little scenic tour of the local area. Some good flying in there, and it's a good chance to practice some low-level formation flying. There we go, there's flight lead. Pretty much want to stick to him like glue. And he's flying pretty fast now, 460 knots, so he's really starting to descend. And that's me, Radalt, just giving us a warning there. Letting us know I've hit the 100 foot mark. I get a warning tone every time I get too low. And really for here we're looking to be travelling around 250 foot. We'll have to fix that track IR. It's just glitching slightly as I look too far up. So when I'm flying this close, I'm really just looking at the lead aircraft rather than the ground or what's ahead of us. It's getting a bit moody and cloudy down here. And we're just going to go to the end of this this valley here, and this is where we cross the river. Skim the top of that hill there, and then over on the left you should see the dam. And we're just going to turn back in, really get down low here and into the flat area. And in real life we would be using these hills on the left as cover from radar. But in this case we're just doing it for some practice flying at low level. I've tried to make the flying conditions a little bit more accurate than normal. So for everyone who flies around DCS with, you know, 5-mile-an-hour wind, perfect blue skies and no clouds. Maybe you get that in California, but you certainly don't get it in the UK very often. Weather that you see now out there, grey and flat. It's pretty typical UK weather really, year round. Although we do get a few heat waves and some nice summers as well. And I love the way the distant hills are just kind of blacked out and a little bit murky. That looks great. It is tempting to make the videos with blue skies and full sunshine, everything gets illuminated, you get great graphics and things like that, but and you can see the other aircraft more.
Sapper 5-1, 4-ship of Fox 15 Echoes, low fly and low fly area 7, south to north for the next 20 mic, 500 feet, 500 knots.
And flight leads just made a call out there to let them know that we're dropping into low level for the next 20 minutes. Once we get through this little valley here to the right, we'll bank left into the mountains and really start getting into the tighter, more narrow valleys. And this section here is, you see that's the communication mast. And that's a mimic of T-Bay, and the mast on the M6 in Cumbria, just south of the Lake District. It's a common valley for low-flying jets to transit through. And we're really low here as we head into these valleys. Probably around almost 100 foot down there, maybe. Just skimmed over those buildings. Okay, so we're going to go along into this valley here. You can see some mountains ahead. We're just going to knit our way through those valleys. Just getting the speed down. I just let flight lead get slightly ahead. Plug the burners in, tight bank. Here we go. This is the CAD West section. It's not really CAD West, it just looks like CAD West from the map loop.
Pull up, pull up! Pull up, pull up!
You've just got to be a little bit careful of the throttle and with your speed and turns here, so they can maintain some sort of working line with flight lead. In reality, jets flying as low as this in narrow valleys would be spaced by about 10 or 15 seconds apart. Although sometimes they will fly almost wingtip to wingtip in formation through here. Well, I've seen Hawk aircraft doing that, Hawk training aircraft from the Royal Air Force, but not frontline jets and not US Air Force jets either. Nice little scenic tour down here. There's a nice valley here, and there's a major sort of town at the end of this valley. And when we come to that, we're going to bank a hard right over the top of the saddle and drop down into the next valley. Just getting ready for flight lead. There he goes, he's banking right. We're about 400 knots. Quite a hard turn here. And he's absolutely flying down that valley. Plug the burners in, see if we can catch him. There's a lovely little reservoir down here. And this is one hell of a corner. Tight right, followed by a tight left. Get the nose right into the ground, bank hard, plug in extra power to get you around that corner and get a bit of lift coming out of the corner as well as we get the afterburners on round there. The locals would certainly hear that. Okay, so we've just got a bit of a corner coming up here, and then we've got a nice long straight valley. And like I say, it's a very scenic tour, this one. You get to really see different places on the map that you'd never see if you're flying up at 20,000 foot. And I enjoy this style of flying more really than flying up in blue sky all the time. It gets pretty boring. Now flight lead seems to be up above. Let's have a little look here. There he is there, just above us coming in. Sorry about those dodgy angles, my track IRs really need some work. I may have to re-record this video. I'm tight around this bend. Really skimming over these trees. It's 450 knots, so we're really moving. I'll have to plug the burners in to keep up with this Strike Eagle. I think in reality there would be little chance of a F-15E Strike Eagle flying this low and this fast really during an operational sortie. Probably be a little bit too risky for them. And just over this beautiful reservoir here. We're just trying to keep it nice and low as we're going to go right over this edge of this ridge line here. You can see it there, that dip in the horizon. We're going to go through there and bank right over the top and drop right down into the next valley. Here we go. Very low, very tight. Come screaming through this town. Here we go. I think I'll be pretty happy if I had a job in that town. Be on the roof every time a jet came. Okay, here we go. This is the bottom half of the reservoir. I'm having to do quite a lot of work on the throttle and joystick just to stay with flight lead here. There's quite a lot of turbulence as well, getting buffeted around quite a bit. And really have to use bits of afterburner just to stay on track really. And we're starting to come to the end of the low level section now. See that the hills are starting to be lower. And we're actually just about 5 miles east of Kutaisi now. A couple more corners and we're pretty much out of the low level section. Just to mention, jets that I'm flying with today, programmed AI jets. There's nobody actually flying those jets. And this is a custom low-level flying mission with the Strike Eagles. Just a bit of fun really and a bit of good flying practice. There's no threats, there's no tasks, just fly the low level route with the jets and return to base in one piece. And we're just getting set up for a flyby now on Kutaisi airfield. 540 knots. And the mission's pretty much done, the low level section of it. And we've done a little flyby in Kutaisi. And just transiting now. RTV. I don't know what I've done to these views, I've ruined them. What's going on there? A bit further back so you can get a bit more of a view here. And there you go. Quick flyby. So there we go, a nice little low level sortie around the local area with some Strike Eagles. And I'm just going to get set up for a landing now. And you'll see from that I've made a little bit of a mess of the landing. Slowed right down now, 180 knots. The wheels are down and we're just going to have to bank in a little bit. Watch our speed and height. Go. Nice little mission there. I'll be releasing this mission on the Eagle Dynamics user files database soon. The only problem I'm having is that with all of the upgrades I've made to the airbase, The mission is running pretty slow, or at least the first few minutes of it run really slow in VR. No doubt down to the amount of objects, or extra objects that like those ammunition bunkers over there. All these extra objects and items DCS has to render. Maybe I need to get rid of a few of those to see if I can get it to speed up a little bit. Or there might be some sort of workaround. I'll have a look into that. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed that. And hopefully I'll be making some more pretty soon. Working on these custom missions, I'll be able to release them. And there we go, back on the ground. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.
There we go, it's going. 515 knots, speed running. Okay, committing.
Take Delta's on.